Hey, Mendes historians, do you know this man? He was once a president, 27th president of the United States. So why might we be talking about him? His name was William Howard Taft. So what's interesting about him is he was both a president and he also served on the Supreme Court. So what's the big deal? Well, this week we're going to focus on the three branches of government. So was it really possible for somebody like William Howard Taft to serve in the three branches of government? Did he really do it at the same time? Well, that will be for you to find out. So as I said, our focus is going to be on the three branches of government this week. And specifically, we'll be looking at the powers and functions, specifically this concept called separation of powers. So you're going to have to figure out how each of these powers are different for each of the three branches. So that means, do you know who's in the executive branch? What do they do? And what their specific powers are and what they can't do? Do you know who's in the legislative branch? The two parts of the legislative branch, what their major purpose is and what some of their powers are. And finally, there's these guys here, the judicial branch. Who's in the judicial branch? What do they do? And what are their powers? So that is going to be the sole purpose of what we focus on this week. The question is, can you do this? So this is the week in review. So we start with our essential question. What are the powers of each of the three branches and how does the Constitution prevent tyranny? And if you are able to get to the end of the week and you can identify the three branches of the government, their powers and how they control each other, you are on the right track. Finally, what you're going to be producing is that Iron Chef slides and a written paragraph on the separation of powers, which involves their primary source. Is that enough for you? Don't worry, there will always be plenty of support for you, and we're going to get through this all together. So that's all we have for week 15 in review with Mr. Moralia. Oh, and I forgot, back to William Howard Taft. Try looking up how he died. Very, very interesting. As I said, he was a person who served in both the president and the executive branch and the judicial branch, but a little bit of trivia here. If you can do that, you're doing well.